strongholds.
Capture and hold the zones to score.
Your team scored.
Stronghold Bravo is ours. Stronghold Charlie lost.
Enemy shields down.
One shot on B.
Enemy team scored.
The enemy has captured Alpha.
Oh, fuck off!
Shields down.
Stay mobile.
Stronghold Charlie lost.
Double kill. Your team scored. Gain the lead.
Enemy spark.
Quantum translocator.
Killing spree. Double kill.
A fitting commendation. Stronghold Charlie is ours. The enemy has captured Alpha. Stronghold Alpha is ours. We've lost the teaming. The enemy has captured Charlie.
Enemy team scored.
SS sniper is available.
Your team scoring.
The enemy has captured Bravo. The enemy has captured Charlie.
Enemy team scored.
They're close.
Translocator on route. Stronghold Alpha lost. Yours. Now we keep it.
Shield down.
The enemy has captured Charlie. We've captured Bravo. You're quite lethal with that.
Your team scoring.
We've captured Charlie. A lifeline. Don't forget to use it. Stronghold Alpha lost. The enemy has captured Charlie.
Halfway to victory.
Stronghold Alpha lost.
Enemy team scoring.
We captured Alpha.
Your team scoring.
Stronghold Bravo lost.
Enemy team scoring.
Power items incoming.
Why'd you jump off?
Stronghold Alpha lost. Stronghold Charlie is ours.
Your team scoring.
Let's see them try to take it from us. Stronghold Bravo is ours. We've captured Alpha. Stronghold Charlie is ours.
Nearing victory.
Quantum translocator inbound.
Shield down.
Victory.
「ストライキをしていたので、今日は乗れる電車がありません。すべての鉄道労働者たちはストライキをしていたので、今日は乗れる電車がありません。
すべての鉄道労働者たちはストライキをしていたので、今日は乗れる電車がありません。
明日はラシュミさんの誕生日で、まだ彼女のプレゼントを買っていません。明日はラシュミさんの誕生日で、まだ 彼女のプレゼントを買っていません。
明日はラシミさんの誕生日で、まだ彼女のプレゼントを買っていません。明日はラシミさんの誕生日で。
あなたはラリサさんの妹を知りませんよね。はい。まだ彼女に会ったことがないです。あなたはラリサさんの妹を知りませんよね。はい。まだ彼女に会ったことがないです。
あなたはラリサさんの妹を知りませんよね。はい。まだ彼女に会ってことないです。
私は来週パーティーをやりますが、シェンロンさんとモンスーさんは来れません。私は来週パーティーをやりますが、シェンロンさんとモンスーさんは来れません。
私は来週パーティーをやりますが、シェンロンさんとモンホンさんは来れません。私は来週パーティーをやり
すべての鉄道労働者たちはストライキをしていたので、今日は乗れる電車がありません。すべての鉄道労働者たちはストライキをしていたので、今日は乗れる電車がありません。
今日の乗れる電車がありません。すべての鉄道労働者たちはストライキをしていたので、今日は乗れる電車がありません。
あなたはラリサさんの妹を知りませんよね。はい。まだ彼女に会ったことがないです。あなたはラリサさんの妹を知りませんよね。はい。まだ彼女に会ったことがないです。
あなたはリサさんの妹を知りませんよね。はい。また彼女に会ったことないです。
明日はラシュミさんの誕生日で、まだ彼女のプレゼントを買っていません。明日はラシュミさんの誕生日で、まだ彼女のプレゼントを買っていません。
明日はラシミの誕生日です。まだ彼女のプレゼントを買っていません。
ポールさんとジュリアナさんは結婚していましたが、そう長く続きませんでした。ポールさんとジュリアナさんは結婚していましたが、そう長く続きませんでした。
ポールさんとジュリアナさんは結婚していますが、そうなく続きませんでした。
ファーストストリートの流れが悪いと言っていました。ファーストストリートの流れが悪いと言っていました。
流れ。ファーストストリートの流れが悪いと言っていました。ファーストストリートの流れが悪いと言っていました。
インフルエンザが流行っています。インフルエンザが流行っています。
インフルエンザが流行っています。インフルエンザが流行っています。
歯の痛みが数日間続いています。歯の痛みが数日間続いています。
歯の痛みが数日間続いています。歯の痛みが数日間続いています。
あなたはシーティンさんと知り合って長いですか？あなたはシーティンさんと知り合って長いですか？
あなたはシーシンさんと知り合って長いですか？あなたはシーシンさんと知り合って長いですか？
私は2002年にモンジェンさんと知り合いました。私は2002年にモンジェンさんと知り合いました。
私は2002年にモンションさんと知り合っています。知り合いました。
ラクシミさんは一生インドに住んでいました。ラクシミさんは一生インドに住んでいました。
ラクシミさんは一緒にインドに住んでいました。ラクシミさんは一生インドに住んでいました。
ひどい頭痛がするんです。ひどい頭痛がするんです。
ひどい頭痛がするんです。ひどい頭痛がするんです。
あなたは詩を書いたことがありますか？はい、高校時代にあります。あなたは詩を書いたことがありますか？はい、高校時代にあります。
あなたは詩を書いたことがありますか？はい、高校時代にあります。
ジナイダさんは新しい仕事を始めましたか？ジナイダさんは新しい仕事を始めましたか？
ゼナイダさんは新しい仕事を始めましたか？始めましたか？ジェ
ンウンさん、新しいコンピューターを買いましたか？ジェンウンさん、新しいコンピューターを買いましたか？
ジェンホンさん、新しいコンピューターを買いましたか？ジェンホンさんは新しいコンピューターを買いましたか？
コンスタンディンさんは着きましたか？コンスタンディンさんは着きましたか？
コンスタンティンさんは着きましたか？コンスタンティンさんは着きましたか？
科学者は問題の答えを見つけるのにもう何年もかかっています。
科学者は問題の答えを見つけるのにもう何年もかかっています。科学者は問題の答えを見つけるのにもう何年もかかっています。科学者は問題の答え。
ブラジルはワールドカップで何回優勝したことがありますか？ブラジルはワールドカップで何回優勝したことがありますか？
ブラジルはワールドカップで何回優勝したことがありますか？ブラジルはワールドカップで何回優勝したことがありますか？
私は今日一日サンドイッチを一つしか食べませんでした。私は今日一日サンドイッチを一つしか食べませんでした。
私は今日一日サンドイッチを一つしか食べませんでした。
あなたは牢屋に入れられたことがありますか？あなたは牢屋に入れられたことがありますか？
あなたは牢屋に入れられたことがありますか？あなたは牢屋に入れられたことがありますか
？35番ゲートに変更になりました。35番ゲートに変更になりました。
35番ゲートに変更になりました。 35番ゲートに変更になりました。
最近ひどい頭痛がします。最近ひどい頭痛がします。
最近ひどい頭痛があります。頭痛がします。ひどい頭痛がします。
一郎さんは7歳からピアノを弾いています。一郎さんは7歳からピアノを弾いています。
一郎さんは7歳一郎さんは7歳からピアノを弾いています。
息子が大変な切り傷を負いました。息子が大変な切り傷を負いました。
息子が大変な切り傷を負いました。
娘がひどいやけどをしました。娘がひどいやけどをしました。
娘がひどいやけどをしました。娘がひどいやけどをしました。
私は財布をなくしてしまいました。私は財布をなくしてしまいました。
なくして。
まだ歯磨きしていませんから。まだ歯磨きしていませんから。
まだ歯磨きをしていませんから。まだ歯磨きをしていませんから。
エコノミーで結構です。エコノミーで結構です。
エコノミーで結構です。エコノミーで結構です。
ステーキで、ステーキで、
ステーキで、ステーキで。
私の特別食を忘れたのかもしれません。私の特別食を忘れたのかもしれません。
私の特別食を忘れのかもしれません。私の特別食を忘れたのかもしれません。Okay, let's get on the orange shoe. Boop, 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 boop. What? You're not showing me the Japanese? Hodo.
島国に住んでいるほどシーフードを食べる。
You're not showing me the... Okay, hold on. からして。Okay, からして。として。I thought として meant... としてない。あまりに。あまりに暑いので、クーラーのあなたで暑いので、帰宅とSo weird. 彼の は一瞬としてやつは時間に遠くて
How tall are you? 4'8"? 5'2", you midget bitch. You gotta stand on the ladder to eat pussy, nigga. What do you do for a living? Cut grass? You cut grass? With a weed eater, man. Yo, English too good to cut grass, bro. What do you do for real?
I work in a warehouse.
Some Mexican shit. You got any aspirations?
No, I don't.
I can't help you. Fucking Al from Tool Time. Got some little ass feet for that big ass body. Bro, you wear 8Y, don't you, nigga? This shirt say in run. If they would have jumped on that building and landed on you, they'd still be alive. What's your name, buddy?
Ivan.
Ivan. You a fucking Viking or something?
No.
What are you?
Latino.
Latino, proud,
Latino
right?
and French.
Latino and French, that don't even go together. Latino, how did a Latino and a French person be?
Hey, you know you look like The Weeknd ate the weekend after he ate all weekend.
Don't boost that shit up. Weak ass shit. I'm disappointed in y'all. Y'all have heard better jokes from Tony. What the fuck? I don't know what you look like. You look like you was born in a food truck, nigga. You look like if the taco truck was a video game, they had to beat you.
You look like Grimace lived at the McDonald off Main next to the Greyhound in Houston, Texas. You know Grimace?
They gave you a chance and then you failed, nigga. You got a fat upper body with a nigga legs that weigh 170 pounds.
I look like
With
you.
a 3X and a 28 in the waist, bitch. Your ass backwards as fuck. Get your little foot ass on stage, bitch. You like an overweight chuggy dog, bitch. Your little ass feet, nigga. It'll take you all day to kick somebody's ass. Look at this nigga, right? You know how you gonna be in the gender neutral reboot of Scooby-Doo. If y'all been wondering where Ricky Martin been at, living la vida loca. Look at this nigga, boy, smile with his top teeth and everything. What's your name? Ricardo, I told you. Ricardo Martin is his real name. What you do for a living?
Engineering lab supervisor.
What's up, girl? A little magical hoe. I like this. Look, unicorn princess. I like that shit. Look, you work out, huh? She look like it. You got OnlyFans? I can tell. You just got that energy of an OnlyFans, bitch. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's the hair. Nah, I ain't got no OnlyFans.
Why not? You've been baking.
Huh?
You've been baking.
I'm cool.
Your demographic
I got kids. I got kids. I don't want my daughter to see my dick. You be naked on your OnlyFans? You be naked on your OnlyFans?
Naked? That's what you mean by naked.
Do you be naked? Like, bitch, what? Can you imagine you tell a girl to get naked, she be like, what do you mean by naked? And she take her wig off. I'll kick you out of my house. You got good knees. What? Y'all see them knees? Y'all see them? The knees is amazing.
Wait, what would you like to do on the OnlyFans by yourself?
I ain't gonna have no OnlyFans.
But if you had it, what would you do?
Probably eat naked. Everything. Chick-fil-A.
People would pay for that shit.
Nah, I don't want no OnlyFans.
People would love that shit.
I got a good career.
You could just make it.
Thank
He's
you.
like, I don't need it.
Yeah, thank you. What are you?
How to win friends and influence people. For like the framing of good versus evil for Josie and Letty.
Yeah.
I gave Josie how to win friends and influence people, and I gave Letty 48 laws.
Yeah.
God dies.
Be right back.
Yeah, shit.
あ、マジか。
わお。
あー、えぐい。これえぐいわ、きょうさん。
やべ。
マジか。
お、やばい。
マジか。
あー、うまい。
わ
惜しいな、今の。やんなさとがいっちゃ多いな。
わお。
あ、まあまあ、普通に。
ガチか。
あ、逃げよう。
あ、それ強い人さ。
うわうわいや今グレネードで自爆しそうになったのか。
ナディーンは心配したのあまり病気になりました。ナディーンは心配したのあまり病気になりました。ナディーンは心配したのあまり病気になりました。ナディーンは心配したのあまり病気になりました。
Nadine worried so much that she felt sick. It's ridiculous. One game in 40 minutes. It's unbelievable.
Hey everybody, how are ya? Chris Lynch, everybody. Chris Lynch, back in action. We're twins. We're wearing matching unis. Great day here out in Situate, Rhode Island. Just another fantastic day. You guys ever see what I can do with a knife? Check this thing out. You know what this thing does? Anybody know what this thing does? It's for pruning. It's for, you know, cutting older women, you know what I mean? Like, just imagine, you've got an older woman, like a little old woman, like, excuse me, where are the, and you just come right over the top and you know, like right down, you know? Or you just go through the old closet and you find some collections. Max Scharf. Anybody ever heard of this guy? The problem is with me is that I hate impressionism. I hate it. I like Zach Brown. I like that, it's better. I like Miles McGrady. They're better. I like my cousin Brian stuff. This is Max Scharf, but let's see.
富、名声、力、この世の全てを手に入れた男、海賊王ゴールド・ロジャー。彼の死に際に放った一言は人々を海へ駆り立てた。
俺の財宝か？欲しけりゃくれてやる。探せ、この世の全てをそこに置いてきた。
男たちはグランドラインを目指し夢を追い続ける。世はまさに大海賊時代。
ありつけの夢をかき集め探し物を探しに行くのさ。ワンピース
はあ。
Protein, protein, protein. Everyone loves telling us how important protein is for our muscles. Some even made it into a slogan. Can you believe that? But in this video, we're going to find out if it really is that important, or can you still get all the good muscle gains without the protein gains? When it comes to building muscle, experts often recommend getting about 1.6 or more grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. However, this is not exactly feasible for everyone, both digestively and even financially, since many gym goers require purchasing protein supplements to reach these higher levels of protein. So if we do eat less than what is considered optimal, what can we really expect to happen? Looking through the research, one thing's for sure is that eating less protein does lead to less gain. But in terms of how much, it varies wildly from one study to the next. Which makes sense if we think about it. Protein, as important as it may be, is really only one factor among many factors in the fitness equation. So to deal with this variability, it's probably best to go over research reviews, evaluating all the relevant data and condensing it for us into more practical insights. One of which is a 2020 systematic review, where Tagawa and colleagues analyzed 66 relevant studies to evaluate a dose-response relationship between protein intake and lean mass gains. In their findings, based on an average intervention period of 20 weeks, they observed that for every 0.1 grams of protein per kilogram added to your diet, lean mass gains go up by 0.39 kilograms until you reach 1.3 grams of protein per kilogram, where then it goes up by only 0.12 kilograms. This review is one of the few, if not the only, research that extrapolated the data this way, giving us a visual and statistical insight on the relationship between lean mass gains and protein intakes. I do want to point out, though, that there was a wide range of subject populations included in this review, and although they did adjust for some factors like age, sex, and training, there are many other factors to consider. Perhaps a more relevant data set for people watching this video is from a 2018 systematic review, where Morton and colleagues investigated similar outcomes, but narrowed their scope to healthy young adults participating in resistance training. Although they did not evaluate the specific effect sizes, they did produce their own figures showing the magnitude of the dose-response relationship of protein intake and lean mass. And when we compare this figure to the figure from the previous review, the trends aren't all that much different. In fact, when the 2022 data is further adjusted for weight changes, since a lot of this data came from weight loss studies, they become even more similar. If there's only one thing you take away from this video, it should be these figures. Both show clearly that you can build muscle at lower protein intakes, but notably less the less protein you eat. But if you gradually increase your protein, then you can further enhance your growth. A few more tidbits worth mentioning. Older folks generally require more protein to stave off
Boring.
In the last video I did, which by the way you guys really enjoyed, I loved all the feedback. A lot of you said you wanted to see some monsters that I wouldn't be able to guess straight away. The feedback from my team is that most monsters are too easy to guess, but they worked hard to make sure that there's at least a couple in the mix today that I may not know. Before we get started, I have a huge update for anyone who's gotten the Pro Sketch Pack. They are in stock with Spectrum Noir in the UK. They have arrived and they are shipping out now. The Pro Sketch Pack, for those of you who don't know, is over $200 worth of Pro art supplies for only $99. So we've also enabled a flexi pay option to people who want to get the pack and don't want to miss out, so you can pay in a few parts rather than all at once. More about the Sketch Pack itself later in the video, but let's jump into our first monster. Monster description 1, taller than a person, has 2 short horns like an ox's horns, tiger skin loincloth, blue or red skin, and hairy. All right, I think we got one. I don't know what it is. Big mouth with tusk-like canine teeth, 3 fingers on each hand, long sharp nails on toes. Optional. 3 eyes or just 1 eye. How is that optional? Well, I gotta hand it to the team. I'm the fucking clue. With the starting reference that this character is taller than a person, and took a few of the things that would be fairly obvious additions to the silhouette, such as short horns, a loincloth, 3 fingers on each hand, and just a generally monstrous silhouette to put next to it to roughly get my brain moving around. There's very little about what sort of body type, instead it focuses on details. Started off with really rough scribbly thumbnail sketches of some different bodies to try and find what feels right. The weird thing is when I try going wider or more monstrous, it ends up feeling like these would be details that would be specified. Like, if it's too broad in my sketch, why wouldn't the description call them a really broad or wide monster? Which means in my monster designs, I need to anchor more to something a little more in the middle of the road, so that the things that really stand out are what are pointed out. I was a bit torn between whether to go really bestial like I have here, or in my next little scribble sketch something a little more humanesque. But at the end of the day, the fact that he's wearing a tiger skin loincloth, to me, leans more towards human elements than a monster. So I had to take a leap and move on to a refined sketch.
God, finally.
See, what I really felt like after all my exploration is that all of the things that were described are kind of like what someone would describe if they were in a tavern and they were telling the tall tale of the creature that they came across alone in the forest.
No, believe me. It was absolutely terrifying. He was taller than a person, and he had 2 short horns like an ox's horns. If I remember correctly, he was wearing a tiger skin loincloth, and his skin was blue or red and hairy. Oh, you should have seen his mouth. It was big, 3 fingers on each hand.
Capture the flag.
Yes.
Up and away.
Enemies below us.
What a brilliant look. Enemy Spartans are closing in. Hurry the flag back to base. You're exposed, Spartan. You've been spotted.
Enemy there.
They know where you are. Flay captured. Shields down. Power items en route. Power items on the field. You're about to be very popular.
What? I fucking hit him!
Enemy flag returned. And we're gone.
One shot my X. I just recharged.
Enemy flags in Allied hands.
Yeah.
Closing in.
Sides.
Plasma grenade acquired. Shields. Flay captured. Power items on the field.
Enemy there.
Our forces have seized the enemy flag.
How'd you ninja me? You're in front of me!
Flag returned. Flag captured. Victory.
GG. I got one kill. 3 kills.
Long and sharp nails on his toes, and he had 3 glaring eyes staring down at me. Or was it 1? I don't remember, I've had a few too many drinks. I gotta guess before I reveal. I want you to guess too, though. I'm gonna guess this is something maybe from the Witcher series. Reveal time. You ready? Oni. Oh, what? Interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, just imagine that's like a field worker from Japan going out at nighttime and just replace those like pine trees with cherry blossoms. I don't know, but I feel like that works. I feel like that works really well as like a realistic interpretation of what an Oni demon might look like. I'm really happy with that. Now we move on to monster description number 2, which is divided into 2. On the left, we have white face with big red painted lips, bald with tufts of orange hair on either side of head, baggy silver silk suit with giant orange buttons, bright blue tie, and big white cartoon-style gloves, oversized orange shoes, teeth like a lion in the zoo. Or bandages flapping from neck and wrists, lined face like parchment, split open forehead, teeth leaning in mouth, no eyes, but something glittering in dark eye sockets. Is this the one? I have to check. Is this the one monster? All right, just confirmed. This is one monster design with 2 designs. I think. See if we can figure this out. As you can see, I'm literally just putting down all of the specific details of both prompts. The one on the left is clearly a clown. The only thing that isn't super clowny is the lion teeth element. Otherwise, it's all just sort of clown details. Then on the right is my depiction of some of the spookier details of this other version, maybe a transformation of this character, because it is the one monster. Bandages flapping from the neck, lined face like parchment, split open on the forehead. Now, initially, I started to interpret that as like the
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Mouth or something. But with face lined like parchment, I guess that tells me it's really dry, really tight. And with the depiction of no eyes, but something glittering in dark eye sockets, I'm getting this really gaunt picture of a face in my head. So that's how I've interpreted the split open forehead. And while I could be influenced from some of the depictions of who I think this is, I tried really hard to just stick to the prompts. And when I came to the outfit, the specification of a baggy silver silk suit was something I really wanted to lean into. In fact, I googled clown suits, and you can see there's a sort of onesie almost type suit, which looks like a big parachute outfit, almost like really puffy around the sleeves and all the way around to the other thighs, but it's all one big weird puffy piece. I thought that worked really well and would contrast nicely with the really lanky aesthetic I was sort of developing, especially with this gaunt, creepy aesthetic happening. And for my final piece, rather than dealing with one or the other prompt, I didn't think there was anything contradicting combining them. I could have all of the features of the prompt on the left with the white face, big red lip, orange hair, silver suit, blah blah blah, with the creepy stuff in the second half. Something tells me it's playtime. Final details coming together. This has turned out to be a really creepy piece, and I absolutely love it as well. All right, reveal time. You ready? Say it with me. Pennywise, right? Pretty obvious. I bet you I'm right, but I'm curious how similar mine looks. It's Pennywise. Ah, gee, wow. Stephen King's It. I mean, it's fascinating, but this is my interpretation, as rigid as possible, sticking to the description of the book and trying not to be influenced by later depictions. I think it looks pretty cool. Obviously, you've seen me use the sketchbooks materials in this video and the previous monsters from description. I want to share just a little bit about the Pro Sketch Pack. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been obsessed with not only drawing and art, but with carrying those things around with me so I can do it. This is satisfying, smaller payments, and even better command, but taller, backwards, ape-like, arc hair, with red eyes, long arms that nearly touch the ground, huge talons at the end of arms, giant feet that are on backwards, ape-like. There we go. There's only 2 backward. Is this a pen that is capable at a touch of these? But guess, weirdly, like the oh Yowie, Australia's Bigfoot of Aboriginal folklore. From descriptions on the foundation port in they don't 14-year-old girls. They're from The Witcher. They don't look like 14-year-old girls. They're the depictions of this monster.
I haven't done anything here. This is James. And something in the wrong place. Because that's something else that really sells the image. And then also there's just a constant experience of touch-ups, constantly going back over the same areas over and over again, taking things that I'd learned from before and reapplying them to other areas. It's changed quite a bit since you last saw it. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling very gassed about it. Started with like the eyes and the nose and this cheek here, and then just the more I did it, I jumped around a lot. Like I would do a little bit here and then I jumped around up there. But then the more that I did it, the easier it got. I think we can take it to the next level. Yeah. I think where you're at now is like hobbyist artist already. Yeah. Like you can start like selling portraits of dogs.
I was about to ask. I was about to ask like how many thousands of pounds am I selling this for?
Thousands, but I think I want to take you a little bit further. It means like honing in on very small key areas.
For me, what I was struggling with is this sort of snout area here. This
I think
lip.
that is a problem area. The transition between what's blurred and what's in focus. And the way you're going to do that is through the tombow. So you're going to keep your tombow sharp. Yeah, keep your tombow sharp. Stop trying to get me in touch though. Keep your tombow sharp, and using the sandpaper is going to be good. So you need to grind down some graphite powder and get a small bit of cotton wool. Dab it in there. Really hope you can.
That's going to get cut in there. I don't want to go directly on.
Go directly on. So that area is going to pitch black, right? Press hard. And that's just naturally blended, like there's no possibility for it being sharp. Would you recommend then that I take this graphite powder and use it down here? Because as you said, there's like these black points here.
With your Tombow Mono Zero razor, I get 1 or 2 little hairs. It'll start suggesting a sense of the texture. Everywhere that's dark like that, get that to be your new black point.
So I'm leveling this up basically. I'm going from like a metric art crack to like something someone could put on the wall.
Yeah.
Exciting challenge, but still a tough thing to do. But we do have this new tool. I found the graphite was super effective in getting that really consistent black point around all the areas that had to be dark. But just a reminder that the graphite is super soft. So you have to go back in with your erasers to make sure all the points that are supposed to be white in the image are still white in those areas. There's a very sharp highlight around the eye that makes them pop in a really beautiful way, and I hadn't done that before. So I went back in with the Tombow Mono Zero, pulling out those whites and making sure there were still midtones in the center of the eye that were faithful to the reference image.
How do you feel about what you've done?
I'm really happy, but I'm just concerned that I'm making it worse now. Like nitpicking and getting so focused on certain things that I'm actually just destroying the illusions that I built up already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Man, I'm so proud. Like, I'm really
stoked.
Yeah.
So
I think you are, because I think you've hit a wall that I don't think you're going to get through very easily.
Yeah. What I'm starting to feel now is that I don't know where to go next.
Exactly.
Like, I can't look at this and be like, okay, this is clearly wrong, I need to fix this. Without having either you or Gemma be like, no, do that.
Yeah.
And now with the image finally completed, we can go back to the studio. If anyone has given that image a shot and done a drawing, please send it through. Send it on Instagram or
The Pixel Fold. Google claims that this smartphone has the most durable hinge ever on a foldable, and at $1,800 I would hope they're right. A phone this expensive should never just, snap in half. Let's get started. Inside the box, we do get a USB-C cable and an adapter, but no charger. Foldables have been surprisingly durable up to this point. None of the 8 folding phones Samsung has ever made have failed my tests, so Google has some big shoes to fill with this first attempt. At first glance, I really like the Pixel Fold form factor, but like MKBHD mentioned in his video, I noticed that the Fold doesn't naturally want to fold flat. Google says on their website that their custom-engineered fluid friction hinge can securely support different postures, over a full 180 degrees. And that's true. With a little persuasion, it can even go slightly beyond the 180, and we'll go farther later, but naturally, right out of the box, it wants to sit right at around 178 or 179 degrees, not quite 180, and that's fine. Any 5'11" dude on Tinder knows rounding up is fair game. This might bother a few people, but I imagine if you're buying a phone that costs as much as my first car, these little details are worth knowing. The hinge design looks pretty similar to what we saw in the dual-screen Windows folding phone, with what looks like the hinge pivot components located in both the upper and lower bezels of the phone. Google hasn't gone into much detail about how these work, so we'll just have to tear it down ourselves to find out. The folding motion does feel very good, but as far as most durable ever, that still remains to be seen. Let's see what the exterior and interior screens are made from. The Pixel Fold is rocking a very plump 5.8-inch display on the front. We normally see plastic screens start scratching at level 2 or 3, and sapphire screens scratching at an 8 or 9. And here, with Google's latest flagship, we start seeing scratches at level 6, with deeper grooves at level 7. It's got Gorilla Glass Victus, with no included screen protection. The interior screen is where things get a bit more interesting. This guy is a 7.9-inch display, with a normal folding phone crease down the middle. Even though Google says they are using UTG or ultra-thin glass, we can instantly tell that the surface is made from plastic, with scratches at level 2 and deeper grooves at level 3. Fingernails and basically anything harder than a cotton swab will leave a mark on the center screen. Nothing to complain about yet though. If a screen can flex, plastic is what we expect. The Pixel Fold does collapse flat with no visible gap. This could be a pro to help keep dirt out, or it could be a con since it also can trap dirt in. With no gap though, adding a screen protector to the inner display is out of the question. The outer screen, however, is still fair game. Like these exquisitely precise, real glass, screen protectors from my channel sponsor D-Brand. Link in the description. There are 5 cameras on the Pixel Fold, starting with the hole punch 9-megapixel camera on the front screen, which is protected by the glass. Making our way around the frame of the phone, we can check 2 sides simultaneously, both of which appear to be made from aluminum, including the volume rocker. Now, in the few minutes my phone has been alive, I've noticed that while trying to open it, the buttons are kind of positioned right where my thumbs naturally want to pry. And with both the power and volume button being so close together, and both about the same shape, it's hard to differentiate between the two. So in order to tell them apart easier, you can always add your own texture to the button with a jerry-rig knife. Instant improvement. The power button also doubles as a fingerprint scanner, so we'll have to see if that part still works here in a second. At the top of the phone, we have our loudspeaker grill, along with what looks like a SIM card tray, which strangely enough is made out of plastic. If I jam my SIM card removal tool into the hole real good, and I mean real good, we discover this is in fact not a SIM card tray, but actually the 5G antenna location and a microphone hole. Embarrassing. Moving on, down at the bottom we have our 30-watt USB-C charging port, another loudspeaker grill, and of course the real SIM card tray, which is made of metal. It does have a rubber ring, and interestingly enough, Google included their full mailing address, for which I only assume is here for people who wish to write Google a letter asking for the return of the SD card slot. Would be a real shame if their mailbox got filled up with snail mail. Making our way around to the spine of the phone, we find that this is where we get a material change. In place of soft aluminum, Google is now using a mirror-polished multi-alloy chunk of steel. No official word on if there are gears or bristles or anything else in here. Google is a software company and don't really talk about the hardware that much. But that's why I'm here. Hit that subscribe button, it's free, and you get to see the inside soon enough. The rear panel is also made.
Literally just played with 3 people. Why couldn't you just match me again with them?
If there's another list of people on scooters, I don't know where this is. What are you talking about? We're gonna see if my pool can handle its power.
This is a video about one of the most important, yet least understood, concepts in all of physics. It governs everything from molecular collisions to humongous storms, from the beginning of the universe...
I'm gonna guess, is it... No, it can't be friction. If it's molecular... Well, could it be?
...through its entire evolution to its inevitable end. It may in fact
Entropy?
determine the direction of time and even be the reason that life exists. To see the confusion around this topic, you need to ask only one simple question. What does the Earth get from the sun?
It's gotta be entropy. That's my guess.
What does the Earth get from sun?
Well, it's light rays.
What do we get from sun?
Warp.
What do we get from the sun? We get energy.
That's true. That's kind of true. My extended family is full of settlers, and they say you get over being seasick after a few days of puking.
True! I knew it, bro! We get light radiation. Whatever band from the UV spectrum, or from the light spectrum comes from the sun, right? What EM spectrum rays come from sun?
All of them.
All of the energy from the sun that reaches the Earth. Is it all of these different types? Or is it just everything on the... No, it doesn't sound like X-rays, right?
Yes.
I don't know the actual... I don't know which waves it is or what strength we get each one or whatever. So. Oh, do we get gravity? I don't know if gravity is a thing yet, right? Haven't they tried to find, like, gravitrons? We don't have any evidence for that particle existing at all yet, right? I'm pretty sure gravity is still, like, the big unsolved. Gravity is just, like, when things exist in the universe, they tend to pull other things to them, right? And I don't know if we have evidence for, like, an actual gravity particle or anything yet, I believe. The sun emits the entire spectrum at varying levels.
Light.
Vitamin D, we get vitamin D from the ultraviolet rays?
Well, a lot of energy. What does the Earth get from sun?
We measured gravitational waves? Yeah, but I don't know if, but that's not the same as being a particle responsible for it, right? Destiny, people think you're trolling. How am I trolling? When if you map out space-time as like a two-dimensional thing, it was a flat surface. When mass exists in some area, matter curves space-time, and the curvature of space-time is what kind of like draws things towards it. It's more complicated than that, but space-time is general relativity, I think, right? Special relativity is light moving the same in every frame of reference and stuff. I think I don't remember, bro. It's been a long time.
You get vitamin D from the ultraviolet rays?
Well, a lot of energy. What does the Earth get from sun? Energy?
Yes, energy.
Energy.
Nailed it. Every day the Earth gets a certain amount of energy.
Did you see this psychotic?
Oh, people think I made up the word graviton? I thought that's what the theorized particle is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure the issue is that... Warning, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure the issue is that you have, like, all of physics, and this itty-bitty, super lame thing called quantum mechanics started to grow. Nobody liked it in the beginning. I'm pretty sure even Einstein's quantum mechanics was shit. But basically, I'm pretty sure quantum mechanics has grown to basically encompass every single aspect that we know about physics we understand through QM, except for gravity. I don't believe QM offers any explanation whatsoever of how gravity functions. There's no accounting for gravity in a quantum mechanics lens, and that's what people are trying to find. So I think, like, there are particles that are theorized, there are particles like maybe it's this, maybe it's that, whatever. We don't actually know the answer to that yet. If anybody tells you they're lying to you. Okay. Gravity is a consequence of the structure of space-time. Particles with mass bend space-time, spice particles.
Gravity is a consequence of the structure of space-time. Particles with mass bend space-time. This applies to particles we can see like dark matter as well. There may potentially be a quantum graviton particle or other particle that gives mass.
Sure, but I don't believe for general relativity, I don't think a particle is required to explain it, right? Like you said, it's a consequence of the structure of space-time, how matter interacts with it. I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think for space-time, or I don't think for gravity to exist in general relativity, I don't think you need a particle to explain it. Don't think. Okay, hold on. We're watching this whole video now, okay? Here we go.
Ultraviolet rays?
Well, a lot of energy. What does the Earth get from sun? Energy?
Yes, energy.
Energy.
Nailed it. Every day the Earth gets a certain amount of energy from the sun, and then how much energy does the Earth radiate back into space relative to that amount that it gets from the sun?
What percentage of energy do we radiate back into space from the sun? If I had to guess, I'm gonna guess 20%. That's my guess. Most forms of radiation are absorbed, especially by dense things like rock and shit. Light is going to be reflected, especially in snowy areas. Absolutely. Atmospheric particles are going to reflect some. No, hold on, that can't be right. If we only reflected 20% back, though, there's going to be like a radiative cooling effect. Because if we only reflect 20% back, we would have been heating up since the start of the universe. We probably have to reflect back almost everything. But I don't think it's reflected. I think it's probably...
Why do you always say on podcasts that reading while playing RPG games as a kid made you smart? There is zero evidence for this. Educational attainment, reading ability, and arithmetic ability are all highly G. Woman, you sound retarded like fuck.
Okay. Okay.
Probably not that.
Stop. Okay. The answer's got to be high. Hold on. I was wrong before. The answer's got to be high. The answer's got to be like 90. It's got to be like 98%. You have to radiate most of the energy back. Somehow. I don't know how it escapes Earth. The radiative cooling, whatever. It's got to be really high. I'm gonna guess 99%.
Earth radiate back into space relative to that amount that it gets from the sun?
Probably not as much. I don't believe it. It's just radiating right back.
I'd say less.
Less.
No. Is it more? Could it be over 100%? If the Earth started off as like a volcanic mass, the general temperature of the Earth, the aggregate average temperature of the Earth has probably got to be less than what it was initially. I imagine when it first started, which means that it might even be radiating out more energy than it takes in. I don't know. Fuck. That'd be my guess. If you start off with a whole bunch of energy where the entropy is very low in the beginning of the Earth, and as entropy increases, I imagine heat must be getting dissipated out into the Earth somehow. Relative to what the sun radiates to us, relative to what the sun radiates. Okay, I'm gonna guess numbers over 100%. There you go. It's gonna be like 2%.
Less.
I guess about 70%.
I think it's a fraction. I'd say 20%.
Because unless he's only talking about what we get from the sun, in which case I'm gonna say like 99, 98% or whatever.
We use some of it.
We use some of the energy.
We consume a lot, right?
But the thing about energy is it never really goes away. You can't really use it up.
We have to break even the minute. Same amount, yeah.
You know, cause and effect, it'd be equal in some ways, right?
Okay, where does he go? Where does this guy go to interview people? Because most interviews are like, how many states are in the United States? And somebody's like, if we count Washington, D.C., isn't it like 100? But this guy goes to places and people are like, well, if we consider mass energy equivalence, I imagine that it'd probably be about an equivalent amount of energy. So like, where is this guy interviewing people at? He's at DGG meetups. True.
College count.
For most of Earth's history, it should be exactly the same amount of energy in from the sun as Earth radiates into space. Wow. Because if we didn't do that,
then the average temperature of the Earth would be heating up dramatically. But I bet the Earth also had a lot of energy initially when everything was condensing. I feel like it's probably more than, you know.
Then the Earth would get a lot hotter. That'd be a problem.
That'd be a big problem.
So if that is the case, then what are we really getting from the sun?
So what you actually get is structure and organization. That would be my guess.
you get an increase in entropy and complexity. So does that mean you just get entropy from the sun? Because energy comes in, that energy allows you to form complex structures, and then over time as those structures break down, release energy heat, then eventually you would. That would be my guess. So my guess is what you actually from the sun is like entropy, which I think is another way of saying like structure organization.
Lower
entropy,
the
not higher.
entropy.
No, lower entropy is more structure organization. So you're getting lower entropy from the sun. Structure organization, that's my guess, okay.
That's a good question.
He gives us a nice 10.
It gives us a nice 10. I love it. We're getting something special from the sun.
I don't know. What do we get without the energy?
But nobody talks about it.
To answer that, we have to go back to a discovery made 2 centuries ago. In the winter of 1813, France was being invaded by the armies of Austria, Prussia, and Russia. The son of one of Napoleon's...
Can I be honest? I have no idea what Prussia is. I hear this and I'm like, is this a real country? Was it ever a real country? What the fuck is Prussia? Was it a German state located on the southeast coast of the Baltic Sea? I have no fucking idea. What is this? What is this? Was this a real place? I used to think that when people said Prussia, it's like what Russia called itself before it dropped the P or something. Was a German state located on the southeast coast of the Baltic Sea from the German Empire when it invaded the German state in 1871. Oof, before the 1900s? Who cares? Was a de facto dissolved in emergency decree transferring power to the German Chancellor Franz von Papen, 1932, and de jure by an Allied decree in 1947. Play EU4. The Austrian Empire, Switzerland, France, Belgium, the Netherlands. How weird. Okay. You know where the Ottoman Empire is? Isn't that like around Turkey and shit? Yeah. I know some things. I know a couple things, okay. Alright.
Generals was Sadi Carnot, a 17-year-old student. On December 29th, he writes a letter to Napoleon to request to join in the fight.
Chatting.
Napoleon, preoccupied in battle, never replies. But Carnot gets his wish a few months later when Paris is attacked. The students defend a chateau just east of the city, but they're no match for the advancing armies, and Paris falls after only a day of fighting. Forced to retreat, Carnot is devastated. 7 years later, he goes to visit his father, who's fled to Prussia after Napoleon's downfall. His father was not only a general, but also a physicist. He wrote an essay on how energy is most efficiently transferred in mechanical systems.
Strongholds.
You know what you're listening.
This.
Jesus, freaking strongholds.
Oh my god, can I get like a slave?
I got 300 ping.
I'm at 130, so this is gonna be good.
I'm jelly.
Yep, I'm at 150.
Oh, okay, we got 4. Let's see, 2 in a row.
Lay claim to the zones and defend them.
European server, probably. There we go. Go ahead, go with rockets first.
One more.
2 at PD.
One pushing you.
One on the sea.
The other way in the middle of a gunfight.
No, I think you have to reload.
Oh. I'm coming to B.
B stairs.
Is he weak on there? Other guy, there's 2 of them. 2 of them at B.
Stronghold Bravo lost.
There's 3 of them at B. Jesus Christ, bro.
What the fuck?
Red corner.
I heard it. Shot it down. Be serious.
Target spotted.
Other god. Still, they're rushing B. We need to. Let's go get C. Let's do A, C until we can get them off of that. We're just throwing bodies at them.
Yo, what? He shot that PD.
There we go. Now we can get B.
Absolute on A. Absolute on A.
Lost. M41
Oh, there, God. He's at C. Arcade.
Stronghold Bravo is ours.
Just hold B and hold.
One shot. B stairs.
Yeah, it's a European server and it's gonna piss me off.
Jeez. I just ate a freaking rocket.
Bravo.
I'm down to 103 ping, so at least I'm moving in the right direction. Just need to push together. Just getting caught out.
How am I being shot through a fucking wall, man?
We captured Alpha.
There we go. Ready.
It's yours. Now we keep it that way. Your team scored.
He's coming to A. Coming to A. He's at cafe. Nice. Hold this triple. I'm spawning C. Gotta be on B.
C balcony.
Good. Where's the over? Damn it, bro.
Stronghold Bravo is ours. The enemy has captured Charlie.
There's two at commando. Watch me stick. Bang.
I was trying to look over your C.
You're good.
One on B.
One shot back A.
I'm spawning C.
M41 Spanker inbound.
Mother God, dude. Dude's melting.
I'm dead.
Oh my God, bro.
M41 Spanker available.
Enemy halfway to victory.
I'm spawning B. We're not getting nothing.
Get a touch on A.
Where's the other one? Traded 118.
Someone stay B.
Yep.
Your team scoring.
He's in bottom C. Just hold these two. Hold these two. Don't try and get three.
Yo, there's two or three.
Need help at, needs help at B.
Come in.
Coming.
He's absolute B. Absolute.
Oh, that was two of them there. B balcony.
I got freaking.
Stronghold Alpha lost. Enemy team scoring.
How am I getting freaking up at commando, man?
I'm pushing you on time.
Your team
Absolute.
scoring.
He's weak driveway. He's weak pushing you.
F41 Spanker inbound. Let's see them try to take it from us.
Spanker 3.
F41 Spanker available.
Rockets on my X. Nice.
Time.
Enemy team scoring.
On B, on B, on B.
What? I was hitting
Pushing
back.
your left.
That's some bullshit.
Stronghold Alpha lost.
I'm with you.
Heaven.
Heaven and PD. Nice flank, Thatcher. Arcade.
Nading.
It's yours. Now we keep it that way. The enemy has captured Charlie. Enemy team scoring.
B stairs.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Stronghold Bravo is ours. Your
He's
team
absolutely stairs,
scored.
absolutely stairs.
Let's see them try to take it.
No way, he's absolutely
The enemy has captured Alpha.
I just choked that.
M41 Spanker inbound.
There's one purple. They're gonna get this rockets.
M41 Spanker available.
No way.
No fucking way, man.
Enemy team scoring.
It's actually crazy that some of y'all's ping is higher than your FPS. That's the mind blowing.
He's coming purple. Purple stick. Purple.
One shot on B.
He's one shot at
on my
cafe.
X.
Push. Rockets in the driveway.
Dead.
Rockets!
Yo, I got two, last guy for me.
The enemy has captured Bravo. Enemy team
Are you
scored.
fucking kidding me?
Come on, C. They're gonna cafe though. Yep.
I could maybe pop.
The enemy has captured Alpha.
Again!
What?
Your team scored.
There's three on it. I'm telling you guys fast on B.
Just hold aim, C and B.
They're open.
They're all there, boys.
The enemy has captured Bravo. Enemy team scored. Enemy team nearing victory.
You didn't even
M41
stick
Spanker
me, bro.
inbound.
I traded with him. Someone's gotta touch it. Gotta cap something, guys.
Stronghold Charlie lost.
Coming stick.
I'm dead, bro. Top C.
No.
Your team scored.
Dead. Good, I need help here. There's two on B. 2 or 3 on B.
Stronghold Bravo lost. Enemy team scored.
Nah.
Oh, will you just fuck off?
I couldn't do nothing, man. Dang.
Yeah, there's just 2 there. It's over. Yo, I'll be right back.
No worries.
Unbelievable.